Warning: the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Salute everybody. Salute. Those of y'all want me to cover about the TikTok ban that's going to come into effect this coming up Sunday. So without further ado, let's hear the reports on it.
Earthquake in the world of social media that could be even bigger than we thought. Reports that TikTok is planning to shut down its app to users in the United States this Sunday, the day a federal ban is scheduled to take effect. Now, that ban was supposed to just mean that people couldn't update their apps. This goes much, much further. This means that people won't even be able to get in to TikTok. This new report comes from the tech site The Information. CNN's Claire Duffy is here. This is a huge deal. This is much bigger than we thought it would be and much quicker.
Yeah, I imagine there are some creators on TikTok who are really freaking out now if they weren't already. ByteDance really had three options here. The first was to shut down TikTok altogether when this ban went into effect. The next was to sell TikTok to a non-Chinese owner. They've expressed very little interest so far in doing that, although we may be hearing some negotiating happening soon. And the third option was to essentially do nothing and allow the app stores to ban it, because it was always really the app stores who were on the hook to remove the platform from their app stores. And that's really what we expected, was that people just wouldn't be able to download the app if they got a new phone. They wouldn't be able to update it. But if you had the app on your phone, you would still be able to use it. Now, according to this new report, it sounds like people won't be able to access the app at all. If they
Yeah, that sounds crazy because I was hearing that report too that the one thing you won't be able to do is that you won't be able to get the latest update on TikTok anymore. But now they're saying that they officially shut it down, the whole entire thing, where you won't be able to update. If you want to try to go in there and create videos, you're gonna get this message that pop up on there saying that you no longer have access to that. Other people were saying like, well, sure, I could just use a VPN and tap into the network in other countries such as the UK or even China itself. And they said nope. Sure, if y'all not gonna play ball with us, we're gonna just ban it all over. Period. Where you just can't use the app nowhere. Period. Regardless of using the VPN or anything like that. So it's pretty interesting. But let's hear some more.
They go on there, they'll be redirected to a site explaining the ban. Creators may be able to download their data, their old videos, but they won't actually be able to access TikTok. And this may be sort of a negotiating tactic on the part of ByteDance. They obviously are going to have a lot of upset creators, and as they're trying to potentially work out a plan with the new Trump administration, that having lots of angry folks in the United States, 170 million American users, could be a leverage point for ByteDance here. We're already seeing creators move to a number of different alternative apps as people try to figure out sort of what's next. And it's not necessarily the Instagrams and the YouTubes that you would expect. There are a lot of new apps that are cropping up, including Lemonade, which is a ByteDance app like TikTok is. Red Note, which is actually a Chinese-owned app as well, and then Flip, Clapper, Fanbase, a number of these other apps that are also short-form video. Creators can make money, so it'll be really interesting if we do see this ban go into effect, whether any of these ends up being sort of the winner over the mainstream apps that we know of.
Yeah, again, this is just such a huge difference from what almost everyone thought this was going to be, which was, you won't be able to put the new app on the phone. It would get a little bit of clunky over weeks or months, but I can't get in to watch my cat videos as of Sunday. I mean, I think 170 million people are in for a big surprise. Now, the inauguration is Monday, and as you said, we just don't know how this is going to change or what will play out here.
Yeah, it's a really good question, a big question. And again, let's talk about that second option there, that ByteDance could sell TikTok. Yesterday, we are seeing reports from Bloomberg, from the Wall Street Journal, that Chinese officials are now considering Elon Musk as a possible new American owner for at least part of the U.S. operations of TikTok.
Hey, if Elon Musk get part ownership of TikTok, man, TikTok is gonna be just like X, man. TikTok is gonna be wild as hell for real. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Cause I don't know those of y'all who are subscribed to X/Twitter. That's why he call it X now, because this is X rated over there for real. It is like the wild west over there for real. I ain't lying. I am not lying. But yeah.
which is really interesting, right? Because Elon Musk already owns X. He could add to his massive social media portfolio that he already has. TikTok called this report pure fiction, but for a lot of logical reasons, it would make sense why the Chinese would consider Elon Musk, a friendlier American owner than a lot of other folks who have put their hands up to buy this platform. Elon Musk has huge business interests in China. It's the second largest market for Tesla. He does a lot of manufacturing there. And so China may see Elon Musk as the best possible option here if they don't win their Supreme Court case.
All right, a lot going on, a lot to watch, and maybe a lot of unhappy people in just a few days. Claire Duffy, thank you very much. With me now is a Democratic senator from the state of Massachusetts, or the Commonwealth, I should have said, Ed Markey. Senator, thank you so much for being with us. If TikTok shuts down in the U.S. on Sunday, what would the impact of that be?
The impact would be dramatic. There are 170 million users of TikTok in the United States. 7 million businesses use TikTok in the United States. All across California right now, families, businesses are using TikTok to create communities, to try to deal with the tragedy that continues to unfold. So
Let's be quite honest and quite clear the reason why Congress did what they did with TikTok. The real reason is not only because of control, but it's money. Y'all do understand that when you become a content creator, right? Preferably with TikTok, right? People really don't have to report their TikTok income. Or if they decide to report their TikTok income, it could be reported as a 1099, meaning that they're self-employed. Now, whenever you're self-employed like that, typically you don't have to report a lot of taxes. And that's the issue that this country is dealing with, is they dealing with greed. They want people to report taxes. So in other words, they will literally sacrifice over 7 million people and 7 million businesses that utilize this on services just so it could be put back into American hands, where America One could force these people to no longer be self-employed and force these people to go back into corporate America and be slaves to the American dream, in other words, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's really going on with that. That's the real reason why they was trying to keep TikTok for be out here in America.
if there is in fact a ban, if TikTok goes dark on Sunday, it's going to have significant impact in our country. I think older people just don't understand the role which TikTok plays in the culture of people in our country under the age of 40. It is deeply embedded into our country, and that's why I'm going to, on the floor of the Senate today, make a unanimous consent request to pass my legislation to give TikTok another 270 days to negotiate a resolution of this issue. But it would just absolutely be a very significant moment in the history of communications in our country to have a site go dark, just be banned in our country with no other resolution that was in fact made possible.
Real quick, y'all. I want to share this other report with y'all that we're beyond done. I want to show this other one video with y'all real quick, if you don't mind. Give me 1 second while I pull it up. They're still talking about the TikTok ban, but it's kind of like a shorter report. All right. So here's this video.
Time could be running out for TikTok. The app now considering a total shutdown for American users if that ban goes into effect on Sunday. But there are still last-minute efforts underway right now to save the app for U.S. users. NBC News learning Biden White House officials are looking for ways to keep TikTok available even if the ban goes into effect. Also, Justin, TikTok CEO Shou Chew has now accepted an invitation to attend President-elect Trump's inauguration. That's the day after the ban is set to go into effect. Kate Nibbs is the Wired senior writer and joining us.
So real quick, I wonder by him accepting that invitation to go to the inauguration, they already worked out some type of deal to propose postpone this ban or to do something different. But we'll see this weekend for sure.
Now, with more on this, Kate, we've heard a couple of possibilities for what could happen if this ban goes into effect, but we're also learning that people aren't waiting around. They're already jumping to new platforms, Lemonade, Redbook. What do we know about those moves, those platforms, and are they really any less a risk?
So those platforms have really spiked in popularity since people realized that the TikTok ban was likely really happening. And Lemonade is actually also owned by ByteDance. So any giant migration there will likely be short-lived because that would also be affected by this ban. Redbook is actually another Chinese video and photo sharing app, and it's experienced a massive surge in popularity. Like over 700,000 Americans have joined, which is impressive because it's largely in Mandarin. And it's just, I think, evidence that Americans are quite keen to stay on foreign-owned social platforms if they like what they're doing over there.
So what do you think is going to happen on Sunday?
I was convinced that there wouldn't be a ban, that somehow the Biden administration or President Trump would figure out a way out. But I won't be surprised if TikTok actually shuts the app down, which is what it did in India in 2020 when it faced a similar government ban.
So many people get their news from social media now. More than half of TikTok adult users say they regularly get their news on that app, according to a recent poll. I just can't help but wonder, is the devil we know better than the devil we don't? How do you see it?
I mean, I really don't think that TikTok should be banned. I think this is going to be a disaster for the United States in several different ways. You know, for starters, it's really a betrayal of the United States' long-standing commitment to having an open internet. I think it's also going to, frankly, erode public trust further in institutions because the ban is, I think, a little illogical. You know, we were still jumped to.
And I want to pause it right here real quick because I want y'all to understand the data here at the One Pure Research Center about this. Now, if y'all look below TikTok, you'll see Facebook and you'll see IG over there, and you also will see X as well too. Excluding X, both Facebook and IG is owned by Meta. People hate Meta. They hate Meta. They hate the thing that Mark Zuckerberg did over there with Meta, where people don't have freedom of speech, freedom to write to say things that they want to say over there. Every time when they either post a video or even like myself on. If I were to, DJ or whatever over there, the music automatically getting the stream stopping and getting banned. There's different things like that. Matter of fact, I had I deleted my Facebook page for this very reason. It's because things over there at Meta is way too strict over there. You know what I'm saying? Where even this particular conversation, they'll literally set up her on ban this conversation from even to happen, especially if it was happening live over there on Facebook. So I deleted my Facebook page and everything. I don't even be over there, period. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with what they're saying is that, hey, it's going to create a distrust with people because now you're trying to force people to be with these other one platforms that people really don't like. You know what I'm saying? We just tolerate it at this point. You know what I mean? But let's continue.
Different Chinese-owned apps now. Are we going to start banning them all? It's just, it's a really wild moment.
Well, we're still waiting on the Supreme Court to issue its ruling on whether this ban is constitutional. So, Kate Nibbs, conversation to be continued. Thanks for joining us.
All right, so that's the end of that particular report. Overall, my overall point about TikTok is that like part of me I believe a lot of stuff on TikTok that's happened. I believe that it's like not beneficial for us as people, for us entertainment value, because some stuff they just go way too far over there. You know what I'm saying with TikTok, and I don't like it. But for us, the business part of it, you know what I'm saying, I believe that's very beneficial for the business side of it. Like you have a lot of these corporate companies that utilize TikTok, but also you also have, like I stated earlier, that you have content creators such as myself and other content creators who utilize TikTok for content. All right. So majority of my content that I get, majority on the information I get, I'm gonna be honest with you, I get it from TikTok. TikTok is like my first revenue source of getting information, so I can want to do my own podcast and talk about it. My second resource is IG. Then finally, my third resource is through YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I can understand it's not. I can understand how it would impact people, especially people who are content creators, because they got TikTok shops over there where people be selling stuff on live stream and doing all kind of stuff, and it's literally their income. You know what I'm saying, that they producing over there. So overall, like I say, there's certain things I don't like about TikTok, but there's certain things I understand and I like about it as well too. And so part of me kind of wanted to be banned, but another part of me is straddling fists to where I kind of want to keep it as well too, because it do help people and it also help my platform as well too. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, about the one TikTok ban happening on the 19th. Do you think the ban is going to take effect on the 19th, which is this coming up Sunday? Do you believe it's going to happen? Do you utilize on TikTok as well too? And how the way it would affect you if the ban were to happen? Y'all let me know in the comments. Until next time, make sure you always like, share, and subscribe to the channel for all this good old thought-provoking content. And I'll see you again on the next episode.